tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the lodge, and welcome back. Today we are talking about none other than the always intriguing Kingdom Hearts series, and most notably, the Black Box itself. So I've got to be honest, there are many cool Black Box theories out there, some including my own, but I have been wondering lately if we have been asking all the wrong questions when it comes to the Black Box. While the entire community has been asking what is in the Black Box, perhaps we should be asking why instead of what. When it comes to what is in the Black Box, I actually think the answer has been hiding under our nose the entire time. So bear with me as I flesh this out, because I think it's time to offer a new perspective on the mystery of the Black Box. So let's consider for a moment that when it comes to the entire cast of Kingdom Hearts, there are few who know more about the Black Box than Maleficent. For starters, she was hunting it down before it was cool. Luxu had been watching her carefully, knowing that she was aware of it, and Maleficent also knew the box wouldn't exist until after the Keyblade War. More on that later. So let's take a look at what Maleficent believes is in the Black Box.
Are you sure this box with the Book of Prophecies is for reals?
So as far as Maleficent is concerned, it appears as though the Book of Prophecies is in the Black Box. Now, I know at first glance this seems anticlimactic, but I promise if you stick around while I flesh this out, there is a mind-blowing idea headed your way. So let's consider that Maleficent may be right about this. Turns out it very well may be logically consistent with everything else surrounding the Black Box. Let's start with the Master and Luxu. Let's recall that the Master told Luxu that unlike the other foretellers, he would not be receiving a Book of Prophecies out of the risk that he may cause any temporal paradoxes. This is consistent with the Master telling him that he could never open the box. By opening it and seeing a Book of Prophecies, a temporal paradox that the Master is concerned about would commence. But then we have to ask, why Luxu reacts the way he does?
But why?
Well, here's where the specifics come in. The Book of Prophecies in the Black Box is not the same Book of Prophecies the foretellers received. Allow me to explain. The Book of Prophecies the Master gave the foretellers has a final passage that reads,
On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire.
And as we know, this is what happened in the Keyblade Graveyard, as reinforced by this text over the black screen upon the Guardians' defeat. But then, as we know, Sora, thanks to the help of Kairi, was able to bring back the Guardians in order to write a new future and change fate, thus commencing the Keyblade War and, in theory, birthing a new Book of Prophecies that now contains the events of this new written future. That's right, Sora changing fate and igniting the Keyblade War with Xehanort not only brought the box back into existence, but it now contained a Book of Prophecies that contained the events of this new future. Let us recall that the Master had to have some kind of awareness to this. As we saw in Union Cross, it's also implied that he knew about the world of unreality. Let us also remember that it was the Master's intention to mislead the foretellers, and had the Book of Prophecies contained events after the Guardians' revival, the foretellers would not have been so confused about their revival at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 because, well, it would have been written about in the Book of Prophecies they received, wouldn't it? Need further convincing? The gazing eye is present for this scenario, so again, why wouldn't have these events been in their Book of Prophecies? Simply put, because the book the foretellers received was not the fully fleshed out Book of Prophecies. The ones containing the events of this new future are locked away in the Black Box, and that explains why Luxu wasn't allowed to open it, to avoid those temporal paradoxes, and why Maleficent would be so desperate to get her hands on it. So, when we put all of this together, Maleficent's theory of the Book of Prophecies being in the Black Box is suddenly all the more plausible. And now that it contains the events of this new future and what's to come, it explains why she's so desperate to get her hands on it. But now comes the time for you, dearest viewer, to let me know what you think. Do you find Maleficent's theory of what's in the box plausible? Do you agree that it is logically consistent with everything else surrounding the black box? Can you find any potential holes in this theory? Let me know. But anyway, you all be good out there, be good to yourselves and each other, and I will see all of you beautiful sickos and normies next time.